Welcome back to Boruto Anime Review. This is episode 49. Yep. 49 reviews for this particular series. It's not too bad. Next week is the 50th episode of the series. I will talk about the setup for next episode. This one is the 49th episode of Boruto Naruto Illustrations, Wasabi and Namida. Pretty much, this is just an episode focused on Team 15, which is consisted of Sasumori, Wasabi, and Namida. And their sensei is Hibe, Hinata's little sister. Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised that, of all people, she is their sensei. Now, as far as I know, she never went to Ninja Academy at all, though I do have a theory of how she got her own special ninja skill she's known for she has. She was homeschooled. Yep, she was homeschooled. That is my answer for it, because as far as I know, she never went to Ninja Academy at all, so my guess is she probably was homeschooled because Hinata went to Ninja Academy. And I looked up online, apparently her rank is Genin. Just like Naruto. He's a Genin as well. Still after all this time. Yeah, but that is something else altogether. Yeah, simply put, this episode is Team 15 sent out. Now, before I get to the action mission itself, I gotta talk about the opening. This is by far the quickest opening I have ever seen for the entire series. You know how long this opening is? This opening is like 30 seconds. I have never seen an opening, a code opening for a series this short since the first part of Scorpion from Star Trek Voyager. Yeah, that was 30 seconds before they cut to the titles. Of course, with that one, it was basically the Borg using the common line they always do, resistance is futile, and then like the 3 Borg cubes they had in the episode, boom, 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 all destroyed by a mysterious force. This one is just a mystery hand unlocking all the cages. And it turns out it's a monkey. Yep, monkey. Called a miniature monkey. I think it's supposed to be like a chimp. I don't remember what type of monkey this is in real life, but yeah, the basis for this animal, there's actually an existing animal basically around this size in real life. I've seen pictures of it, but I don't remember exactly what it's called. If anybody knows about this particular animal, this particular monkey in real life, please listen in the comments below what type of monkey this is. Yeah, somehow it gets the keys, unlocks all the cages, and then like one of the creatures walking out, and boom, we're straight to the credits. I'm like, that's an interesting way to open up an episode. And then we see, Sasumori going to the place where I think this is supposed to be near the Hokage mansion, where they get their assignments. Where Sasumori runs into Team Konohamaru, and apparently they just finished the mission. And the first thing Boruto says, hi class rep. Yeah, it's not that he's not class rep. I think that he does it pretty much because he just feels like it. And of course they go off the mission, and of course the receptionist, who's popped up a couple times since these three-man teams have been formed. Yeah, this is only her 3rd appearance in the series, as far as I can tell. And apparently she's actually quite happy to see that a team is actually happy about the mission they're given. Probably because it's very easy. So they give her the mission, and Hibe basically tells them, okay, you three can do it on your own for this mission. Just to see, I want to see how you guys do on your own without me. And like, she goes in her room and she runs into Sai. Love seeing this guy pop up in this series. One of my favorite male characters of the whole series. I think he's like number 3 or 4. He's one of my personal, because I love this guy, because even though he was introduced in part 2, he's probably by far one of the most handful of male characters. He's one character who's got a lot of development over the course of the series. I mean, heck, he married a gorgeous woman and has a son with her. Oh, and by the way, Team 10 does appear in a flashback where Shikidai is like, oh, this is such a drag. Is it just me, or is that he just picks up common lines from his father, like saying something is a drag, a lie? Yeah, that's something his father always did, which is interesting. hmm So they give mission. So they're giving the scroll pictures of all the animals they are, what animals there are, and in order to catch them, apparently Sasumari is a seamstress. She had to make these in a hurry, so she makes 3 suits, 3 animal costumes. One is a penguin, one is a cat with a bell, the other is a bunny. Yeah. So Sumri puts on a white bunny suit. I think it's I think it's Nemri, I think her name is, the one who cries. Yeah, she was given a penguin, and the cat girl, Wasabi, she got, well, a cat. Yep. And they captured all the creatures very easily. Excuse me, and even though they had like about 3 left. Excuse me. And apparently, their second to last set of animals to catch were a couple of rabbits who look different than normal rabbits. I've seen rabbits with black fur before. I've seen that before. But not ones with red eyes. Yeah. Okay, so apparently this particular type of rabbit species where the females protect the male. So go after the female first. Okay? So they catch them, and the female, of course, bites Wasabi on the leg. Though for some reason we don't see her like having like a bandage on her leg afterwards, which I'm like, okay. I would have thought basically with those teeth it would have got straight through her costume that she's wearing. And the reason why Sasori made, despite the fact it was suggested they could do transformation jutsu, Sasori made them because, well, throw off the animal scent. And despite the fact that they kind of figure out that Sasori made these, like, okay, she made this the bottom of her heart. She did it because they're her friends, and she really wanted to have them trying these costumes. I gotta say, these costumes are actually, I gotta say, for even though she did it in a rush, basically to make these costumes, they look really good, really good costumes. hmm And then like after they capture, they of course, Wasabi and Nami tend to argue. First, they argue over the rabbit, and then they, well, argue who took the omelet because Asumri made them lunch. I don't know if a lot of people theorize she's supposed to be the serious version of Hinata because, well, she constantly, well, makes food and she's good at sewing stuff. Yeah. And she apparently is not good at standing up for herself for some reason. That's basically how they portray the character. Where she tries to get him to calm down. She's like very nervous whenever her friends try to argue. And then like Nami wanders off, catches the monkey, and then she hears some thumping, and she turns around, and it's this giant wolf, this this white mounted wolf, and she screams. They go after her, and the way to defeat this thing is the most interesting set of combinations I've seen. Okay, so Sumari summons New, her pet, to take her on. Uh, Wasabi basically goes to a cat farm. She does this a couple times in the episode. First time she tried to catch the monkey, fails because she runs out of energy for some reason. And second time she uses it to plant explosive paper across this wolf, and she says, meow, 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 meow. And she does that the whole time she's trying to put these things on this wolf. And then the way to defeat the wolf is apparently Nami's jutsu is that she can cry really loud. So, is this kind of mean that she has a canary cry? Okay. And then the wolf had just knocked out, and then, like, right afterwards, of course, Hibe basically found this wolf was actually left off the list. So she follows them, sees what's going on, doesn't interfere. Then, once the wolf's taken down, she's like, okay, fine. It's like, she says, team mission complete, and she told him about the wolf being left up the list. Says, Sensei, you're mean. And of course, well, Masami and Nabi apologize to each other, and then they, well, decide to go get dumplings. Yep. Yeah, this is a common food that's seen in the Naruto franchise. The first character I remember basically seeing eating these things is Anko during the original Chunin exams. These little dumplings are not like dumplings you see like with chicken dumplings. These are sweets, basically like little like sweet balls on a stick. Yeah, and they're about to basically have a good conversation with each other, and then of course Mitsuke and Boruto just happen to walk by, and of course this is something I think is a little weird for Boruto to do. A couple people for he first was Big Sis. He does this with Mary, and he does it with his own aunt. I get maybe Mary because she's a close thing that he has, so it could do an older sister. But for his aunt, that I thought was a little odd, to say the least. But it's kind of like oh yeah, and also Susumori admits to her friends that she was one who someone knew to attack the village, and apparently they knew all along. Never revealed exactly how, but okay, fine. Let's see, anything else? Oh yeah, the episodes end on a joke where they're about to eat dumplings, and then all of a sudden all three of the dumplings disappear, and it turns out the monkey broke out again somehow. And then that's how the episode ends. Excuse me. So next week's episode, which is the episode of the series, which is called the Chunin Selection Exam. Excuse me. Examination meeting where it has all four team senseis, basically Konohamaru, Mogi, Udai, Hibe, and Shino working, and they're apparently all gone out drinking. And the way the scene is shot, it looks like that Hibe is bigger than Konohamaru. Yeah, and looks like they're all drinking sake out of these little bottles. Of course, it's Japan's style of drinking because a lot of manga tends to basically take inspiration from real life stuff happening, like drinking from these little bottles or drinking from these saucer cups. Yeah, but it looks like they're having a party, trying to figure out if they're eligible for tuning exams. Yeah, and the tuning exams are actually mentioned in this episode. I should mention it. Yeah, yeah, because I mentioned the tuning exams coming. Okay, fine. And I'm definitely looking forward to next week's episode because this is probably the first episode of the whole entire series where Team Ebu, which is well minus Ebu himself because he's absent from the series for no reason. We have Konohamaru, his entourage, Hibe, and Shino all in the same episode. This is probably the first time in this entire series they've actually shared screen time together because this is something a little weird for the series because now Konohamaru has shared screen time with basically Mogi, and Mogi shares screen time with Ubal. But these three in the same scene together, that is something that's never been accomplished this whole series. Because these three are frequently seen with each other a lot, both in Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. First with Ninja Academy, and then when they went to, and then in Naruto Shippuden when they were made Genin. And I gotta say, these three are very. I haven't seen Mogi. I heard that Mogi does know Woodjutsu. I have not seen it yet at all because she's done very little the whole series. At least Ubal basically does something. You can't see what his jutsu is. Yeah, it's his snot. Konohamaru basically knows he knows the same type of jutsu Naruto does, except he doesn't know Shadow-Clone jutsu. He knows how to use Rasengan. Yeah, he actually did that during the Team 7 first mission arc, which had basically use of Rasengan to basically sort of intimidate the main villain of that arc. Yeah. But overall, when it comes to this particular episode, it's good. Really good. I actually enjoyed it. I didn't think it was terrible. I thought it was just a pure, fun episode. You need these once in a while. You don't need to have, like, plot, like, crazy, action-driven episodes. This was just pure fun. And plus, it's interesting, though, they have a callback to the first arc of the series, the Ghost arc. An arc that not a lot of people like very much at all. Because from what I've heard from a lot of people, they consider this series to be trash. Here's kind of the thing. I have never considered the series trash because I liked it since I was watching Naruto Shippuden. I have never felt as though the series is trash. I mean, the series has definitely got improved. I would say since the pilot, well, I had this. It was kind of a bit of it was an okay pilot to say, but over time the series has gotten better. I mean, there have been good arcs, like the Sadara arc, the Hidden Mist arc, the standalone episodes they've had, like the one where they had the character episode focus on Dekai and the Wambi, where they rescue people from a burning building. Which even Shino is basically, because they were supposed to take a particular exam that particular day, but since they used the skills they were going to use in that exam in real life, he says they don't have to take the exam because, well, save people's lives is part of the ninja's life. It's part of a thing being a ninja. Okay, fine. So, yeah, not much else to say. But I like the fact Hibe basically is involved a lot more. I mean, this is overall only like her, I'd say overall only her fourth appearance in the entire series. Yeah, only her fourth appearance. Her last appearance was only 2 episodes back. Yeah, it was the pencil episode of the Byakugan gang arc. Yeah, her first appearance in the series was a 2-parter during the Ghost arc. Then she disappeared, never seen again, until she shows up for, the pendulum episode of the Byakugan gang arc, and of course she shows up in this episode. I like the fact that the series is giving her something to do, because a lot of the time she would just there to be a little bit annoying, but here she's more mature for her age. I mean, if you want to know how old she is, well, she's supposed to be 5 years younger than Hinata. Hinata, I think, is in her early 30s now, and I think that, well, she's about the same age as Naruto, because Naruto is about 31, 32 right now. Hibe, I think, is supposed to be about 25, 26 years old. Yeah, she's practically the same age as Konohamaru. Yeah. And I have heard Sasuke is going to come back in this series, which is amazing. He's going to come back. Episode he's going to come back in is episode 52. Yeah, that's when he's going to come back this series, which I'll be happy to see him come back again. And plus, also, since they're going to readapt the Boruto film, I heard that, from what I've heard about the arc itself, this is actually based upon Kishimo's original script he wanted for the film. The film itself is still canon, but there was a lot of stuff basically that mostly it's stuff that was added. That's the difference. Stuff is added for the original story, which is great. And I love the fact overall that a lot of the characters who popped up in the film, thanks to this series, they've gotten a ton amount of development. Like, let's say the last arc, Shikadai got a ton of development. I would say just almost every single major character who's popped up in this series has got a good amount of development. I would say, except for Chocho. She's practically the only character who has not gotten much development at all. Her and probably Metal Lee. Yeah, Metal Lee and her have not got much development at all. Iwambi and Dekai. Yeah, 2 of the 3, like 2 of the handful of original characters for this series. And they've got more development than the daughter of Choji. Or the son of Rock Lee. By the way, I think Rock Lee should appear more than just 1 episode. Now, with the Chunin exams coming up, with the Chunin exam arc coming up, does this mean possibly Maggie Chance in the first in the series, the first appearance of 1010? Because she's one person from the previous generation who has not made this appearance in this entire series. Also, and I completely forgot to mention this anytime I see Kiba. Where the heck is Akamaru? Kiba's dog. Is he dead? No idea. Yeah, apparently this dog is never mentioned at all, which is bizarre. Because, yeah, I know it's been 15 years since the war, and from what I remember from reading from the final chapter, Akamaru had litter puppies. And as for his wife, who is the granddaughter of Granny Cat, She is not popping up in the series at all. Wonder where she is. Maybe she'll pop up in next arc. Who knows? Okay. But when they dub this series, I think that the dub actress who does Naruto probably won't get many episodes. She probably get a very laxed work schedule, basically working this series because Naruto doesn't appear that much in the whole series. Stephanie C probably get like any actor who did the dubs for like the main 12 characters from the Naruto franchise for this particular series, they probably won't get many episodes. I would say the only actor who probably get a lot of work to do is the guy who does Konohamaru and Shino. Yeah, those two are the only ones I can think of who probably get a lot of work to do because these two appear in a lot of the episodes of the series. Though Konohamaru is kind of taking the place of Shino because up until the three-man team formation, Shino has appeared in pretty much just about every single episode of the whole series, though he was absent for the Sadara arc, but he's been there for pretty much the whole series, which got praise him for doing that. So, otherwise though, not much else to say about this episode. Good episode. I liked it. I really did. I didn't hate it, though it does have a couple minor problems with it. Like, when did Sasumari's friends find out about New and her being involved with New's attack in the village? 2, why in the world did the monkey decide to break these animals out of the zoo? Yeah, the reasoning for that never explained. Let's see. Anything else never explained? Let's see. Why the mounted wolf was left off the list? Yeah, that was never explained. Trying to think, was there anything else wasn't explained in this episode? Oh, I think that's it. So, it's like at the finish watching the episode, you got 3 questions basically left up in the air by the time you finish watching this episode. But I'm definitely looking forward to next week's episode, especially seeing Shino again because I haven't seen him since like episode 38 because it's been like by the time he shows up in this episode, it's been 12 episodes since he last appeared. Mogi only been a couple. Udon by the time of this episode only been a couple episodes. A lot of these characters not very long. Though Konohamaru did show up in this episode for a brief cameo. Yeah. But otherwise, though, that's it. So stay tuned for 2 more videos coming up really soon. 2 videos from my comic corner. Yep, I have a couple videos I'm going to review next. I have to get this one up, okay? But until you see the next video, bye.